Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and this cute bear is the new pattern in the Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club. So new, today is March 1st, 2024, and if you're already in the club, you should have already received an email with a link to download this pattern. If you join the club anytime in the month of March 2024, this is the pattern that you're going to get instantly. And if you're watching this video way after March 2024 and you're looking for this pattern, you can find it at shinyhappyworld.com. So here's how to make it. Okay, this is the video showing you how to layer the pieces together if you do not have a light box or if you don't like to use one. So I've got all of my pieces prepared, and that means that I have cut them out on the solid line, and then I have transferred the markings from the paper side of the paper side of the piece, to the fabric side of the piece. The dotted lines are all placement guides that show you where different applique pieces go, and the solid lines are stitching lines. So I have transferred those using just a fine tip black Sharpie. It's okay that that is permanent because I'm going to stitch over that with black thread, and the fact that there is permanent black marker lurking underneath my thread stitching line doesn't matter. So I am going to start this one with the shoulder piece. So I am laying this out what I call snapshot style. That means I want to imagine that I have taken a picture of a bear and zoomed way in on his face. So the rest of his body exists, it's just cropped out of the picture. And to create that illusion in my block, I'm going to take this straight edge at the bottom of the piece and line that up with the raw edge at the bottom of the block. And then when I sew all my blocks together, I will embed that cut edge in the seam allowance, and so it'll give that illusion that I have snapped a photo and just cut the rest of the body out of the photo. If you want to make yours more floating in the middle of the block, that's what I call emoji style, just don't use the shoulder piece. And then you get ready, you don't have the awkwardness of that straight edge, and just float the head in the middle of the block. So head is next. And that line that I transferred from the dotted line from the pattern piece now is a placement guide, and it is showing me as soon as I cover that up, I have enough overlap that everything's going to hold together when I wash it in the laundry later. So the muzzle is going to go right where it's very clearly marked. So all of these browns are from my Grizzly collection, the Grizzly blenders. All of the blenders in my Animal Kingdom palette have animal names, so all the browns are Grizzly blenders. These are fabrics that I designed especially for applique. So we're going to tuck his two ears back behind his head, tiny little ears, and then he has a gigantic nose. I'm just going to lay that right where it very obviously goes. And then I've got the two eyes that I just unceremoniously dumped there. And they are going to go where they show. So in this one, you can see that I have transferred some eyelashes. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there are some black lines there that are eyelashes. The pattern includes eyelashes. You can use them or ignore them, whichever you prefer, or you can make some blocks that have boy and girl bears with and without eyelashes. And there we go. All right, I am going to very carefully carry this over to my ironing board, fuse everything in place. Just follow the directions on whatever brand of fusible adhesive you use. I use Heat and Bond Light in all of my quilts. Then I'll do all the outline stitching on my machine, and I will bring it back and I'll show you this finished block and also two other color variations that I made. All right, here is one finished bear. So this is the brown bear version. And on this one, I did stitch the eyelashes. Remember, that's something you can stitch or you can ignore, totally up to you. But let me show you a couple of other color combinations that I did. So here is one black bear version that I made. So the fabrics are all not actually black because I wanted the eyes to show up on them. They're just very dark gray, but they read as black when you're looking at them. And he's got kind of a cinnamon colored muzzle, which is very common for black bears, which is the kind of bear that lives where I live. And I've got one more version. So here is another black bear. This one's on a green background, and on this one I gave it a brown colored muzzle. So this kind of cinnamon color is one of the fox blenders. It's more of a reddish brown, kind of a rusty color, and this is one of the grizzly blenders, which is just more of a straightforward brown. So both of those give you very much a black bear look. Again, this is the pattern for the March 2024 Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and I will see you next time.